Hello, my name is music teacher Kate. In this video, we'll be talking about triads. A triad is a chord built using 3 separate pitches, a root, a third, and a fifth. Triads are named by their root note and defined by their qualities. So our triad qualities are major, minor, diminished, and augmented. These symbols you see over here are relevant in like jazz shorthand. I use them in my songwriting journals, you know. We can build any kind of triad on any pitch from our chromatic musical alphabet using formulas of either whole steps or half steps. C always seems like a good place to start, so we'll go ahead and fill in our root note as C for all 4 triads we are trying to build. In order to build a major triad, we will need a major third for starters. So from C to C sharp or D flat is a minor second. From C to D is a major second. From C to D sharp or E flat is a minor third. And from C to E is a major third. This note will be E. We also need the perfect fifth. So from E, we'll go to F. From C to F, that's a perfect fourth. From C to F sharp or G flat is a sharp 4 or a diminished fifth. And then a half step higher would be G, which is the perfect fifth from C. So we need a G right here. In order to build a minor triad, we will need the perfect fifth again, so we'll put G right in here. But this time we're going to need a minor third. That means we'll have to come down a half step from our major third, making this note E flat. The diminished triad also requires a minor third. But we also need a diminished fifth, which means we need to come down a half step from that perfect fifth, making this note G flat. The augmented triad requires the major third, but it also requires an augmented fifth, which means we need to come up a half step from our perfect fifth, making this note G sharp. C-E-G spells my C major triad. Make it minor. Lower the third by 1/2 step. C, E flat, G spells my minor triad. The sound between major and minor. C-E-G spells my C major triad. In order to make it augmented, I need to raise my fifth by 1/2 step. C, E, G sharp spells my C augmented triad. C, E flat, G spells my C minor triad. In order to make it diminished, I need to lower my fifth by 1/2 step. C, E flat, G flat spells my C diminished triad. Let's take a look at the math. Let's take a look at the formulas. Let's take a look at the intervals. Let's take a look at the distance in between. So the formula for building a major triad goes, between your root and third, you need 3 half steps. Between your third and your fifth, you need 2 half steps. That gets you a major triad every time. This one just so happens to be C major triad because it's named by its root note. But it's major because of this quality that the formula builds. And you can hear it. The formula for building a minor triad goes, between your root and your third, you need 2 half steps, right? Because E flat is 1/2 step lower than E. But again, because it's a slightly lower note, we add a half step up here. We still are dealing with the perfect fifth. We've got 3 half steps between our third and our fifth of the minor triad. Our diminished triad still maintains that minor third relationship. So we still have 2 half steps between our root and our third. But between our third and our fifth, we subtract 1 half step. This G goes down to G flat. So again, 2 half steps. The formula for building a diminished triad goes between your root and your third, you need 2 half steps. Between your third and your fifth, you need 2 half steps. This is built on whole steps, right? 1 whole step between C and E flat. 1 whole step between E flat and G flat. Between the root and the third of the augmented triad, we will maintain that major third relationship. So there will be 3 half steps between the root and the third. But we need to augment the fifth. So we raise our perfect fifth by 1 half step. And in the case of C augmented, it comes to G sharp. Between E and G sharp, between the third and the fifth of the augmented triad, you need 3 half steps. May I advise a screenshot? C, D, E, F. I think I'd like to build an F minor triad. So I'm going to need an F as my root note, since triads are named by their root note. Then I'll need a minor third, so that's minor second, major second, minor third. Oh yeah, I need 2 half steps between my root and my third to build a minor triad. And then I needed 3 half steps between my third and my fifth to get that perfect fifth from my root note. 1, 2, 3. So I'll play C. Yep, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Looks like an F minor triad to me. For the record, in this video, we are talking about root position triads. So root position triads are ones that are just stacked up, 1, 3, 5. From the root, the third is higher, then the fifth is even higher. Triads are not limited to root position. If you've got a piano handy, go ahead and try playing triads in root position on your C major scale. Root position meaning 1, 3, 5. 1, 3, 5. 1, 3, 5. 1, 3, 5. 1, 3, 5. 1, 3, 5. 1, 3, 5. 1, 3, 5. Understanding triads is the basis to chord theory, so please get to know these qualities well. In the next video, we'll be talking about the diatonic triads of the major scale. So, between Lesson 15 and Lesson 16 of this music theory series, it is a wonderful musical practice to play with those triads on your C major scale on the piano. See if you can start to identify what kind of triads you're playing.